Let's dive directly into this. Thank you so much to the worship team. And so we're going into a series today titled "In Light of Eternity." Everybody say, "In light of eternity." There needs to be a major shift that takes place in the minds of people, in the body of Christ. And so here's the purpose of this series. The purpose of this series is to empower people to live in light of eternity and help believers understand how this life affects their eternal existence. So here's what I want you to understand. I want to bring balance to this, okay? Because I am a firm believer in the finished work of Christ. And I want us to really understand it. I almost feel like that evangelism, we're going to see a wave of evangelism, but actually it needs to start in the church. I think the reason why we're not sharing the good news is because it hasn't become good to us yet. We don't quite understand the gospel. If we did, it would ooze out of our life. We would share it more often. And so I have a heart for the truth of the gospel, which is we are saved by faith, okay? We are saved by grace through faith in the finished work of Jesus alone. There's nothing anyone in this room can do to get saved, no matter how holy you live, right? No matter how righteous you are. There's no way. We all fall short of the standard of God. That's what Paul's saying. For all have fallen short of the standard of God. There's no way we can live up to living righteous enough to match the holiness of God. So, in other words, we're saved by our faith in the finished work of Jesus. He took our sin, and by faith alone, somebody say faith alone, we become righteous. We take His account of righteousness, and the Father sees us as righteous by our faith in the finished work of Jesus. So I want you to see this before we venture into this series, and we'll probably need to revisit this continually, but the finished work of Jesus by faith has brought forth salvation. Okay? However, what eternity will look like for each of us individually will be determined by how you steward this life. Now, when we're talking about this, we're not talking about heaven or hell. Okay? Your heaven is secure and you couldn't do nothing about it. It's through the finished work of Jesus. But heaven is going to look different for everybody. Okay, and the purpose of this series is to get us to understand how our today will affect our eternal existence. How every moment of our lives will affect our eternal existence, not our eternal destination. We're not dealing with that in this series because we're saying the truth of the gospel is we're saved by faith. Yeah. There's still people, there's still Christians who will worship God on Sunday and think they're going to hell Wednesday. Come on. Because they think it's about their own righteousness. They think it's about them living right.